With set B1 releasing with all the new Mega Pokemon around the time of the 1-year anniversary mark for Pokemon Pocket, I thought for today's video, instead of uploading another spicy deck list for you guys, which I'll do probably tomorrow, I wanted to instead do an appreciation video for all my fellow content creators that also contribute consistently to Pokemon Pocket, especially this past year. Now, these are content creators that I follow and that you might already follow as well. However, if you don't follow some of these content creators, well, then that's the point of today's video, because you're probably missing out. With that being said, let me know in the comments which of these content creators you already follow and which are some new ones that you're definitely going to check out. Starting with the international content creators that I follow, Saigon right here, which is a top player, you guys, consistently getting top 5, if not top 1. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll zoom in real quick so you can see these thumbnails. That is the #1 spot right there. So they are consistently known as one of the top players in Pokemon Pocket. They play a lot of meta decks and they show you ways to play these decks that get you wins in the long run. You don't even need to really understand the language barrier. If you do, that's a plus. I watch them because I like to see the lines of plays and the paths that lead to these wins. It helps me become a better player and also just helps me understand how other players play. So shout out to them. They rock. All of these content creators, their tags are going to be in the description down below. So I implore you, please check them out. And with that, let's hop into the second international content creator that I follow. Next up is danielcmini, a Spanish Pokemon Pocket content creator that I think is also a really great content creator that you guys should check out, regardless of if you speak Spanish or not. If you do, there's a bonus right there. But they cook up really interesting decks. They also recently ran a tournament where Ditto won, which is insane. That's kind of the video that I was like, yo, this is kind of nuts, and this content creator is amazing. So again, for my international community that speak multiple languages, these are 2 content creators that I think you would very much enjoy. Again, links will be in the description down below. Moving on to the GOAT himself, I feel like I should also cover all the larger Pokemon Pocket content creators like spragelsPocket. I feel like most of you guys already know who Spraggles is. We did a collab back in the day. Hopefully we can do some more collabs in the future. Spraggles, come on now. But yeah, great content creator in terms of stuff like fun decks, meta decks, updates, news updates, has it all on his channel. So if you still haven't, I don't know what you're doing. Honestly, probably should have been the first channel you subscribe to, which is a spragelsPocket. Next up is MegaMogwai. Honestly, this kind of feels like I'm going through the Mount Rushmore of Pokemon Pocket content creators. We're going to get through the larger ones and then go through the other ones later on in this video. But this dude's an absolute legend. I used to watch his content all the way back from Legends of Runeterra. Okay, but that's a whole different boat. Right now, posts a ton of really interesting Pokemon Pocket decks. And when I say interesting, it's because they're not really meta decks. However, they're built in a way that makes sense, and he shows you how you can still use this to win games. Also, probably one of the most entertaining intros in all of Pokemon Pocket. Like anytime a MegaMogwai video drops, I'm like, I want to watch it. I want to see the intro. It's almost always fantastic. Like check out the Shuckle intro, and also what was it, the Alolan Dugtrio intro. Probably some of my favorites. Next up, we got the GOAT himself, GODZLYY, who has been killing it. Actually, before we even get into this, guys, help me out real quick. 600 away from 100K. I need you guys to quickly find his link, head over there, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this legend right to 100K where he deserves to be. He's also been pumping out content like it's nobody's business, dude. Great energy, great content, just W community overall, and is definitely one of the largest contributors to the success of content for Pokemon Pocket, especially within its first year. So shout out to them. Guys, you know what to do. Go run it up. And like I said, those are probably the top 3 for the Pokemon Pocket content creator Mount Rushmore, if you will. Next up is HooglandiaPokemon Pocket, run by Jeff himself. I enjoy all his type of content, from Magic the Gathering videos to Marvel Snap to now Pokemon Pocket. There's also Shadowverse for those of you that like Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. But for his videos, I think what he really brought was an analytical approach to Pokemon Pocket and seeing percentages of decks used in tournaments. And I thought that was a really cool aspect of content creation that was outside of, yo, this is just a fun deck. Look at me play this fun deck. So that's really cool that he was able to bring that to the Pokemon Pocket content sphere. So definitely check him out. Next up is Jeudy himself, who I'm just going to say it, I think is probably one of the best NA players. There you go. I said it. All of you might be thinking it, and it is what it is. Absolute legend. Also plays VGC. and I think is I would compare on the same wavelength as Saigon, the first content creator that I shared. So like Saigon is probably one of the top players for Japan, and I'd say Jeudy is one of the top players for NA. So if you're ever looking like, ooh, what kind of decks are they playing, or how do they play these decks to become such a great player, well then definitely give them a follow, subscribe. You're missing out if you don't already. Next up is the queen of tournaments herself, ursiiday, which we would not have such a competitive atmosphere and community around Pokemon Pocket, I personally believe, if it wasn't for ursiiday's weekly tournaments since, what was it, the first or second weekend of Pokemon Pocket. It is insane how many tournaments you've had consistently to keep this thing going. It's fantastic, and I really hope that with all your effort that the official Pokemon Pocket, company seasons like, you know what, maybe we actually make our own official competitive circuit, because that would be fantastic. But yeah, if you want things like meta updates, tournament analysis, or just fun decks, they stream all the time, I believe, here and on Twitch. Links will be in the description down below. You're not going to want to miss this out. And if you want to join a tournament, then you're probably going to want to join one of ursiiday's tournaments. They're kind of the best. Next up is Raven from ravencasts. Now, here's an interesting tidbit that many of you might not know. Raven actually won the first content creator tournament ever to be for Pokemon Pocket. I believe it was hosted by Dexter and Spragels in its first month of conception over on Twitch, and Raven won it all. Fantastic. I believe it was a 2-deck constructed format. It was a long time ago, but still fantastic stuff. This legend streams all the time Pokemon Pocket and also posts content on these fun decks and how to play them, and is a top player that you definitely want to watch and follow. Next up is PocketMads, and this is definitely for those that are more interested in the competitive aspect of Pokemon Pocket, especially if you're looking for meta decks and a breakdown for each deck and how they are used. Also, I really appreciate how color organized your thumbnails are. They're just so nice to look at. They're like, look at this. This is just like, oh my God, there's so much content for me to consume right now. So great work, Maddie. And if you guys haven't already, definitely check them out. Subscribe. You're missing out if you haven't. Next up is Luckycad, and I'm just gonna say it, you guys are all thinking it. This content creator, Luckycad, has got to be the king of spice. When I see their decks, I'm always like, wow, what a fantastic idea. And they're also created in a way that makes sense. It's not just a bunch of slop and Sylveon to be like, hey, this is what we're doing, we're gonna win games. No, they build it in a way that's creative, but also very fun to watch. So check them out if you haven't already. Next up is AroundThaBen. He's also a mod here on the channel. Shout out to them. A good friend of mine from another Discord from way back in the day. Shout out Sacred. But yeah, it covers a lot of meta decks, fun decks, creative cooks, as well as news updates on their channel. So I'd appreciate tremendously if you guys could head over there and also subscribe to his channel. And then finally, a newer content creator that I recently stumbled upon. However, I felt like I needed to include because I have been such a fan of, can we just take a quick moment to appreciate the thumbnails of Kabuki's channel? I'm going to say it, you guys are all thinking it, might literally be the best thumbnails in all of Pokemon Pocket space. I love it. It is so dynamic. It just pulls you in. You look at it, you know exactly what you're getting into, and it uses art of the Pokemon in Pokemon Pocket, however, from the official art, which I think is such a fantastic idea. Oh, and on top of that, the energy in his videos to die for. You guys are missing out if you haven't checked out Kabuki's channel. Again, links will be in the description, just like everybody else's in today's video. And those are the top content creators that I follow who also upload consistently on a regular basis and have been contributing to Pokemon Pocket. I'm super grateful and thankful to be a part of such an amazing community, and to see all these other content creators thrive and grow as well has felt like being almost part of a team of creators that are all contributing to the same thing, sharing our perspectives and joy for this game, Pokemon Pocket. Anyway, that's going to be it. Just a different kind of video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe I'll do another one next year to do another appreciation video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. To everybody else in today's video, don't subscribe to me. I'm assuming you already did. And I'll catch you in the next one. Later.